Okay, you guys, so there's a new picture that Ben Crump has posted on his IG page. Now, again, I don't know if this is AI, but this is what he posted and people are talking about it. On this picture, Ben Crump or whomever posted this picture, like I said, he reposted it. So whoever posted it is showing where Warren may have contradicted himself. It says, Warren, Nolan was cradling the girl on his lap the last time I saw him. Warren told the CETO there are 7 living, breathing people on board when asked how many souls were on board repeatedly. And so this photo, the caption of it says, looks like Nolan with a girl on Wyatt's boat on his lap, not on the island, and 7 people are on board. So what they're trying to say, a lot of people are saying that they believe that this is the photo showing Nolan actually going back to the mainland with the guys. And the problem that I'm seeing, though, is there's a girl. If he was with Katie, this can't be Katie, though. Because Katie said she saw him, they talked, and she left. So if this is truly Nolan and they're going back to the mainland, who is this girl, right? So there's a lot of things that just don't make sense. So now people are referencing and going back to the pool party photo, saying that on July 5th, well, it would be July 4th, July 5th, that they probably actually went back to the house, I don't know whose house that was, but to the pool party, and that Nolan, that's why Nolan's phone was pinging all over the place. Remember, his mom said it was pinging here, there, and, different places, and it had pinged on the mainland, so they thought he had made it back. So now people are thinking that maybe he actually did make it back, and maybe he went to that pool party. Now, here's the thing. There's a young lady, whoever posted that picture about the pool party, she gave some details. She's the person who said that at the pool party, things happened to Nolan. The problem with her story, though, because she said she watched them hit him. They wouldn't let him leave. He was spitting up blood, all of that stuff. She claims to have been an eyewitness, but somebody said, well, then why didn't you help, right? I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm just kind of regurgitating, and hopefully I got all of the details right. But I remember that she allegedly was there. She said that she tried to help. I think she even said she tried to help or something. She did mention him coughing up blood. So that may be the reason that they didn't turn over the throat, because that would show injury to his throat. She said he was beat with a pipe. Again, I question that as well, because in the autopsy that, the second autopsy, I think it would have shown some kind of bruising. I believe that the autopsy would have shown that, unless there was too much deterioration to the body. I'm not a pathologist, so I don't know that part. But they didn't mention anything about any particular bruising on the body. Now, he did talk about the bruise on the back of the head, or that red spot. So maybe that could be it. I don't know. What do you think about this photo? I don't even know if this is legit or if it's AI, because there's so much stuff online now. We really just don't know what's real and what's not. The other thing that people are remembering about Warren's interview with Officer Tatum is that, remember, Warren said the last time he saw Nolan was at 3 p.m. hugging the girl. The contradiction is, he also says around 4:30 when they were leaving, they told Nolan, come on, get on board and all of this stuff. Well, if you saw him at 3 o'clock, how could you have been telling him to get on board at 4:30? And also, he claims that there were other girls around, other witnesses who witnessed them yelling at Nolan, like, get on the boat, So it's really not adding up. Now, the other part is that 911 call. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but at one point, the 911 operator asked how many people were on the boat. He clearly, I don't know who that was speaking, he said there are 0 people on the boat.
Hello. Yep, I just need you to answer these questions so I can get you over to the captain. board? There's zero adults on board. There's nobody on board the boat? No. Nobody in here is over the age of 21. Sir, that was not the question. Is there a person? Is there a person, a living individual on the boat? Hello? Is there a living person, someone breathing on the boat? Is there anybody on the boat? Yes, there's lots of people breathing on the boat. All right, how many people, sir? Like 7. All right, thank you.
I believe that may have been either Warren or Wyatt. I'm making an assumption. You guys correct me in the comments. But he said there's 0 people, and then the phone call kind of goes on mute. Like you can tell, like maybe he muted the phone. I feel like this was an alibi. I also feel like they were kind of getting their stories together, because then moments later he changes it. I think she asked him again, and then he says there's 7 people on the boat. Isn't that weird? And the thing about it, when he says that Nolan, the last time he saw Nolan, he was hugging up with a girl. Well, from this photo, they're saying that guy right there, you can kind of see Nolan's little afro and the a fuzzy image of a girl. Nolan is actually hugging somebody on that boat, if that's him. So did you really see him hugging a girl on shore, or did you see him hugging a girl in the boat, right? And so sometimes, when you lie, you tell truths mixed with lies. You fabricate it, it's a fabricated story. So I'm wondering, it's just looking more and more like Nolan really did maybe make it back to the mainland and something happened. Did they take his body back to the island? Now, the only reason I have a problem believing that is because the same way they were able to do the GPS tracking for the boat, I feel like they should be able to do some GPS tracking to see if there were other boats that went back the following morning or something like that. So that means they would have had to put him back in a boat and take him back to the island and dump him off. So we'll have to wait and see if they say anything about that. I do believe, based on everything I've listened to, the Coast Guards weren't necessarily out looking for Nolan, early around 1, 2, 3 in the morning. So it's possible that if they did do something on the mainland, that maybe they did take his body back out, to the island and dump him there, But yeah, you guys, jump in the comments. Let me know what you think about all this. Do you think that's Nolan, or do you think that's an AI picture? I really don't know. The other picture that we saw where he was at the pool party, it ended up being an actual photo. It was real. The only discrepancy was they said it wasn't taken on the 5th, July 5th. It was actually taken on, I believe, the 27th. So far, they're able to determine whether or not these photos are real. But you guys let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.